You have been standing with your hand up this whole time waiting for me to call on you, and now it's time. The 65 FE from Sky High Car Audio. This beautiful carbon fiber cast basket ferrite magnet having awesomeness. I believe is one of their SQ-ish type speakers. Coming in at $180 a pair and 100 watts RMS. Let's see how it performs. So to limit the low-end distortion on this speaker, I set the high-pass crossover at 60 Hz, which is pretty good. Playable range for this speaker, if you're looking at a full range speaker to pair with a tweeter, I'd say it goes from 100 Hz all the way up to 2400 Hz. The frequency response is fairly flat, except for this large dip at 650 Hz. So if you use this as a dedicated mid-bass and a three-way, I think this would be a great speaker, crossed over about 600 Hz, which is a pretty good place to match up a 3.5. Using it as the full range, matching it with a tweeter at 2500 Hz would do you pretty good as well, except for that dip. So looking at this speaker from an SQ point of view, we'll look at it at a lower power, lower output level. So even though this is 100 Hz compared to the 90 Hz average of an SQ build, distortion on this speaker stays well under 5% within the dedicated mid-bass region, with that big peak happening here at the 600 Hz mark. So if you want to use this as a full range, you have that to contend with. So using this as an SQ speaker at 6 watts, still giving you 100 decibels is actually pretty good and staying under 5%. Pretty good. 110 decibels requires 36 watts of power. Distortion at the 110 decibel mark is still pretty respectable for the mid-bass region, where it stays about 5%. So it's very impressive to get a mid-bass SQ speaker up to 110 decibels. Giving it the RMS rating of 100 watts. The distortion stays fairly flat within the mid-bass region, with that nasty peak happening again at 600 Hz. If you want to run this as a full range speaker, you have that to worry about. But in an SQ situation, you're not going to really play 110 decibels anyway. But with this speaker, it is possible, and you get pretty good performance with decent distortion. So the 65 FE from Sky High Car Audio. This is a SQ speaker that is designed to get loud. Using it as a dedicated mid-bass is a great way to get some awesome low-end punch into your system. So I say for 180 bucks, it's a little expensive, but this is a nice piece. Peace.